the Bright Bite. My name is Allison Cuevas. I'm a registered dental hygienist. I'm also a registered dental hygienist in alternative practice. I have my master's in public health from the Keck School of Medicine of USC. And I'm here today to talk to you all about why I love being a hygienist and what it's like to be a hygienist, a day in the life of a hygienist. I recently started an Etsy account and I'm selling dental inspired products. Here's one of my cups. It's a beautiful day to save teeth. It's like a tumbler cup and I have an iced coffee in there. And I kind of bring this to work every day. I basically put either like an iced coffee or a green tea or water and I sip on it all day in between patients, and I think it's really great to kind of have a really cute, inspiring dental like little tumbler, because it makes me feel good and it keeps me motivated, especially if you're a hygienist. You know how crazy a day can be. Some days we see 8 patients and every hour we have a new patient, and in that hour you bring the patient in, seat the patient, clean their teeth. Then, you know, if they need a doctor exam, we do their checkup x-rays, get doctor in, do an exam, reschedule them for their next visit, walk them to the front, make sure they're scheduled for doctor's treatment, and then, you know, collect their payment for today or their future payments and things like that. So in a given hour, you do a lot, including, you know, getting your instruments ready and cleaning the chair for the next patient. So some days are crazier than others, but I definitely think it's a great profession. I'm super happy. I love what I do. I think that if you are somebody who's interested in becoming a hygienist, it's a really good idea to shadow one. You know, you can go to an office, make friends with the hygienist, and see like, hey, you know, I'm really interested in seeing if this is something I can do. Am I able to just shadow you? And I think that they would love to do that. Now, if you are a hygienist, here's my tips on how to keep your patients really happy, how to work with your patient and get them healthy as far as their teeth goes, because really we do help save teeth. And I think more than anything that your doctor will really appreciates you when you really care about a patient. I think that's the first thing that anybody should do. I always like to say that I like to treat every single one of my patients as if they were a family member. So I always like to make sure that I make a really strong relationship with them. I wouldn't do anything to a patient that I wouldn't do with my own siblings or my father or anything like that. I think it's really important to keep your relationships really strong, to care about your patients, because they will come back and they will care and take care of their teeth, and that's our goal, is to make sure that everybody has healthy teeth. So what I like to do before my day starts is I like to look at the schedule and see what patients are coming in, what their past treatment has been, but also what their future treatment should be. And I really like hone in on that. So if a patient needs like a root canal or crown, when I take their checkup x-rays, I'm really looking at the x-rays and examining them with the patient and really explaining what I see. I never say, you know, this is what I see, this is what you need. But I always say, here's what I see, and here's what, you know, I try to like co-discover with the patient. So if I see an abscess on an x-ray, I never, you know, we as hygienists, we can't diagnose, but I can say, here, I see something forming on the x-ray. Here's what the bone around the tooth next to it looks like, and I show the patient the bone, and here's the bone around this tooth, and something is brewing there. And I like to say, like, especially if there is an abscess, like, there is pus around that tooth, forming around that tooth, eating away at the bone. Like, it is very, very important. And I like to explain to patients, like, if it's a top tooth, the pus and all that all of that infection, it can go up to your brain. If it's a lower tooth, all of that drains down to your heart. So it's very serious, and I make it very, you know, I explain that to patients so they understand, because if they're not in pain, the tooth is already dead, they can't, you know, sometimes they say like, oh no, it hasn't bothered me, it's not gonna bother me for years. But, you know, it could be really serious, you know, so I think it's really important, like, if you care about your patient, then you will get them healthy and you'll work as a team, and they'll better understand the treatment that they need. So I always, before doctor even gets there, I like to touch base on everything and make sure that they're aware so they reiterate. And then also, because doctors, like, you know, it just depends on the day. The doctor's also very busy. So when you grab them for exam, they could be in the middle of fillings or whatnot. So it's really important for you to really present the treatment and make the patient really aware and answer all the questions that the patient may have. So I think it's really important to really work as a team. I always like to tell patients, like, my goal is to get you healthy. If your goal is to get healthy, then we can work as a team and everything's going to be good. So thank you for watching this episode of The Bright Bite. If you like this video, please like and comment and subscribe and send me messages or any questions that you may have. And I will see you guys soon. Oh, and don't forget to buy It's a Beautiful Day to Save Your Teeth tumbler.